Hello. I am going live a minute or two early here to let people sort of filter in and join as they come along. If you are catching this on the replay, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for checking it out. We'll get started in just a minute. So take a look over in the chat and you'll see a link for the workbook. It's not really a workbook, some worksheets, but take a look, click on that, get it, print it out if you want to work along with us, which I highly recommend. But yeah, grab yourself a copy of that. You can also just download it. It isn't clickable, just because it isn't. There is a power in writing things down. There is a power in, having something physical to put somewhere. So I really believe in that, and I really use that principle. So I tend to not make my things clickable and fill outable on your machine, because what people tend to do is fill them out on their machine and then it dies in a folder on the digital trash pile. So it's 11. We're officially live. If you are here and you can hear me or you can't hear me, please say hello, send me a wave, let me know. I would love to know who's here. Hi, we've got a couple people popping on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. It's morning for me. I don't know where you are. But yeah, pop a note in the chat. Let me know where you are, who you are. Say hi. You'll see in the chat, there should be a link for the worksheet. There should be a link in the description as well. We'll get started in just a sec. I want to give you a chance to grab that worksheet, either download it to your computer, print it off, grab a pen, you can write it out. When I say we're doing this together, we really are. I've got mine printed out. I'm going to be reviewing my board of directors with you because I have one, because I think it is genuinely one of the most important things you can have. So I am doing this with you. So no lie when I said we're going to be working together. I've got some notes, so you'll see me reading off of some things. I'm going to be writing with you. I'm going to be hydrating, so hang on. Again, pop a note in the chat. Say hello. I'm going to see if I can pop a little hello over there. Hi, everybody. Heart face emoji, just making sure that everything's working over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and people can file in as they file in. I keep an eye on the chat. All right. If you don't know who I am, if you're new to me, or if you haven't been around in a while, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm E.B. Sanders. I'm career coach for creative types. I am the creator of a group coaching program called Career Cruisers. It's sort of my favorite thing in the world. But none of that is truly important today. What's important today is you, your career, and your board of directors / advisors / all-knowing, encompassing, awesome team in your corner, whatever you want to call it. But if you are new to me, welcome again. I sort of teach in a very informal style. I give you as much info as I've got. I don't hold anything back. I give you everything that I give my one-on-one clients. I drop a lot of F-bombs. So if you've got little ones, you might want to wear headphones. If that's going to bother you, I'm probably not the teacher for you. If it doesn't bother you, welcome, and I'm glad you're here. So again, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're in it now. All right, so say hi in the chat. I would love to know your questions at any time. Feel free to break in. Feel free to just pop a question in there and let me know, okay? All right, let's get started. So this is all about how to build your board of directors, and it is all about what that is, why you need one, specifically why women really need one, and how to make it work. Because it's not, important to just have the thing. You really need to know how to use it. So, all right, let's get started. Hopefully you've got your worksheet. If you don't, please have something to work, to write on so that you can do this with us. Okay, so board of directors, board of advisors. Again, what do you call it? What is it? Doesn't matter what you call it, but what it is a trusted, it's a keyword, trusted inner circle that really has your best interests at heart, your best interests. They are, if you think of a boxing ring, right? It's that group in the corner. You're the fighter, they're in your corner, they've got your back, they are helping you succeed. That's what a board of directors, board of advisors is. It's something that allows you to benefit from your network in a focused way. This is why you need to have it. It is about focus. Ideally, you've got a big network that you work from, right? That you can pull contacts from, that you can get job leads from, that you can get, inspiration from. But this is a very specific micro version of that. Very hand-picked, cherry-picked people that, again, they've got your best interest at heart, and it allows you to use them in a very, very focused way. Now, that said, why do women need this specifically? Why am I focusing on women here? Again, men are very much welcome to this class. It is just something we need to discuss because it happens to be a truth in our society, is that men, luckily for them, have this idea baked in to their culture. It's really why we have the term, good old boys club. There is this expectation that you've got people helping you out via networking and connections. It's just implicit, where women are newer to this. Now, men may not have it formally laid out. They may not, have a worksheet and have it, listed out who their people are. But that concept of having a group, has kind of always been there. Some people you could rely on, people that are connected into jobs that you want. People are connected to other people that you want to speak with. And it's just sort of baked in that they help each other out. Again, women are newer to this. And because we're new to it, we got a little catch up to do. So formalizing this process and really laying it out and being intentional with it is really, really important for us. So that's what we're doing here today. We are being formal about the process, getting you thinking about it, getting you engaged in it, right? So why intentional? Why are we lagging behind? I mean, I don't know why we're lagging behind. We know that this is a thing that we need to do. Women now statistically make up the majority of breadwinners in this country, yet this is a concept that goes hand in hand with that we haven't utilized. So it isn't about playing the game in the same old way. Now remember, your board can be comprised of 100% female identified persons or not, your choice, but it's about creating a team to assist you. It's about getting past the fear of asking for assistance. And that's another thing, is that women are expected for some reason to not need help, not ask for help. It is sometimes seen as a weakness, which is a strange idea to me, but there we go. So this is all about how to put that together. So, my dogs are putting their own group together out there. They're having a little moment. Apologize. You will hear them. That is just the reality of my life. All right. So how do you put this all together, right? You're going to need to gather a small group and let them know that they're going to be playing this role for you. That's the key. You have to let them know that this is happening. So who are the people that you need on your board? You need 6 people, ideally. I highly, highly recommend that you have all 6 and then you do formalize it. So if you look on your sheet, you'll see who all of them are. You're going to need a mentor. We'll go through who all of these are in a second. But you're going to need a mentor, a sponsor, a connector / super connector. You're going to need a fellow expert. You're going to need a comrade / close friend is really who that is, and a mentee. Now, how you're going to work on this worksheet, what you'll see is your big box, right? And I've listed out who these people are and what they are, left space for you to write their contact information, and then you'll see a little box. The reason I have a little box there is for gold stars, happy faces, check marks, whatever you want. Basically, put something in that little box when you have decided who your person is, you have discussed this with them, and they are formally, officially on your board. All right. So let's go through these one by one and really flesh out who each of these people are. All right. So your mentor. Your mentor is your career development strategist and thought partner, right? They are career long. They, are a true partner. They help you make your goals. They help you stay accountable to those things. They help you articulate what you want to get done. You want to ask them formally to be your mentor. Unless you already have that mentor-mentee relationship with someone, letting them know that they're going to be stepping into this role for you, it allows them to enter into the relationship willingly and coming to it with the mentor mindset. They know that they are there to help you achieve certain things and that it is going to be career long. The next one you're going to need is a sponsor. A lot of people treat their sponsors as mentors and vice versa, and they should be two very different functions. So a sponsor is generally someone within your workspace as it is. So someone within your company, someone, if you work for yourself, someone very much in your little inner circle of people that you work with. Someone who can really act as a personal evangelist. Someone who creates opportunities and opens doors for you, stands up for you, advocates for you within the space you're in at this moment. So your workplace most likely, right? Your company most likely. So again, this is your personal evangelist. They are job specific for the most part. They really are about standing up, putting your name forward for initiatives, projects, teams, that sort of thing. This generally happens organically within a company as you find that one manager is really, putting you forward. It could be, someone higher up than you on your team. You don't want someone the same level as you. Ideally, you want someone a little bit higher up who has a little bit more decision-making power, who can influence other decision makers. That's a sponsor. They are sponsoring you in the space that you are now, right? So mentor is career-wide. Sponsor is job specific. All right, so super connector. Your super connector, your connector, they are plugged into networks that are helpful to your career, and they're willing to help you navigate those networks and connect. Okay, so they have to be willing to help you. They've got a deep network. They're willing to tap into it for you to connect you with all the right people. So don't worry about writing these all down just yet. We're going to get to that, but I want you to kind of start thinking about who is going to fulfill these roles for you. Okay. So fellow expert. So this is someone highly knowledgeable about topics and issues that are important to you. So your field, your role, your project outcome, anything along those lines that are important to you and that are important for furthering your career. So it's research, it's people who are connected into conferences that you find fascinating, people who are on the edge of new work that's coming out of your field. A fellow expert can absolutely be on the same level as you, right? Where a sponsor is going to be within your company and they're going to be higher than you. An expert can be outside of your company. They can be at your level, even below your level. Just someone that you can share ideas, inspiration, research, commonalities with. Someone who is really immersed in the work that you do. They're immersed in it in their own way. And you two act as, I wouldn't say accountability buddies, but you support each other, you share information, you share insights, you keep each other up to date. These are your really, true deep network connections within your field, within your job. But you really want to, make sure you've got one particular person that you can do this really freely with. Okay. So next is a comrade or close friend, however you want to phrase it. This can be, your work wife. This is a person who knows you really, really well, personally and professionally. Someone you can discuss both personal and professional challenges. So it's a friend, right? They act as a sounding board. They're totally fine listening to you vent. They've heard you complain about, Marcia in accounting 29 times, and they don't mind if they hear it again. And you're going to act as this for them. So this doesn't have to be someone who works in the same field as you. This does not have to be someone who's on your level professionally. This honestly is someone to just act as emotional support. Ideally, though, you do not want this to be your partner. If you are in a relationship, you do not want this to be your partner, because you want someone that is outside of that, because that's a lot of pressure to put on your partner. I'm not saying don't talk to your partner about work and these things, but you don't want this to be the same person. This needs to be outside of your relationship. There's just a ton of studies about if people lean heavily on their partner for all emotional support on all things, and add that work level to it, that is a real strain on relationships. So again, I highly suggest that you get someone who is outside, who you can, meet for lunch or coffee or happy hour, and you two can vent, you can chat, you can laugh, you can really emotionally support each other outside of your relationship. Ideally, none of these are also your partner. If your mentor is your partner, they're not going to be objective. You want people who are objective. Even close friends can be a bit more objective than a partner can, right? So you want all of these people to be outside of your personal relationships, hopefully. All right, so your last one. So you've got 5 there. Your very last one, and it is just as important as your mentor, is you need a mentee. You need someone to mentor. You need someone to share your insights and expertise with. You need someone to shepherd into their next levels. Right? So you put on their sheet, one of the best ways to grow is by helping someone else grow. That is just true. The best way for you to learn something is to attempt to teach it. The best way for you to further your career is to help further someone else's career, for multitudinous reasons. But you really, really, really need to find someone to mentee, to mentor. You're the mentor, you need a mentee. That's how it works, right? Symbiotic relationship. All right. So hopefully by now you've downloaded the worksheet or you've printed it out. If you're having problems, please let me know in the chat. All right. All right. So now that you have an idea of who these people are, let's go through them again, and let's, spend some time really figuring out who these people are going to be for you. And let's talk about how to make this work. Okay. So how you're going to make this work is you're not going to, gather all of these people in a room together bi-weekly. I mean, most of them may never meet. They most likely won't. You don't need to consider them, how do I explain this? They don't need an org chart. They don't need to be considered a singular unit, right? They are all attached to you, but they don't need to be attached to each other. So you do need to actively engage with each of them and lean on their expertise, but they don't need to lean on each other, and they don't need to know about each other. They don't need to know who each other is. They just don't. But you do need to make sure that you are the one, in the center of this, and you're actively engaging each of them, and you are actually considering their advice, their contributions, their viewpoints. Okay. So how to engage with your board of directors. All right, your mentor. Let's start with your mentor. Grab your worksheet. Now remember, your mentor is a long-term partner. It's career long. Who do you know right now, if you don't have someone who already has sort of organically taken on this position, is there someone in your career space that you would feel comfortable going to for mentorship? Is there someone, maybe you haven't met them, maybe it is a little pie in the sky. Write down who your ideal mentor is. It could, again, be someone who's already in your sphere, or it could be someone outside of that sphere that you're really interested in learning from. So just take a moment and think about who that might be. Now, remember, a mentor is most likely going to be the most formal yet longest lasting relationship of all of these, right? So make it a point to have regular and consistent time carved out with this mentor, whatever works for you both. This may mean that you guys only actually meet in person once a year, but that they make themselves available to you via, phone calls, Slack, whatever works. But this is a lifelong post that they're signing up for the most part, right? So make sure they're comfortable with that. Make sure you both understand what that means, that if you are asking their advice, that you are taking it, that they know that they are valued for their advice and their expertise. And here's the thing with mentors, they can save you years of mistakes, years of bumbling, years of, doing things in just an inefficient way because you can't see the big picture in a way that they can. And again, ideally, they're a few steps above you so they can see the picture in a larger way than you. So use that expertise. Allow them to help you. All right, so hopefully you've got some ideas for who a mentor could be for you. All right, your sponsor. Now remember, this is a job-specific role. This is a person within your company, your work arena. You're going to have more daily contact with this person. So you do need to make sure, though, that you have a, quality contact with this person. Just because you see them all the time, you see them every day maybe, that's not quality contact. You need to have quality time together when you two, both of you, can discuss your goals and plans. So let's say this sponsor is a manager at your company. Just seeing them, in the coffee break room, in meetings, all of that stuff every day is good, but you need to make sure that, say, once a month, you take them out for a one-on-one coffee. It can be a walk and talk. Maybe it's a lunch. Maybe it is a one-on-one meeting in a conference room, whatever works for you, but you need to make sure you have quality face-to-face time with that person so that they truly understand what goals you have within the company, what you want to accomplish, so they can advocate for you to do that. So take a second and think about who in your workspace, who in your company can be a sponsor for you. All right, your next one. Hopefully you've got ideally one person just came straight to mind. If you've got two that you're thinking about, write them both down for right now and, give it a moment to think about it before you go back to work on Monday and really, let someone know that you're going to be leaning on them a bit more. All right, your next one. Now, this is not someone who needs to be in your company, but they most likely need to be in your field. Okay, this is your connector. This is your super connector. This is a person, we all have this person in our lives. They are the person who knows everybody, which is great, but you want to make sure they know everybody within your field, within your career path. So make sure that it's not just that they know everyone who's cool to go hang out with for great, parties and events, unless your job is parties and events, right? So make sure this connector has connections that are relevant to your career. And don't just lean on this person when you need an introduction to someone. You should be consistently connecting them to people, sending people their way, and just saying, hello, hey, saw this crazy event where you might get to meet a bunch of people, thought you'd be interested, here's the link. Or, hey, saw this really hilarious meme, remember that time, here you go. Just being friendly and keeping, well, first of all, it keeps you fresh in their mind, but also you don't want to use people ever in any way. And unfortunately, I think connectors can get used a lot for just their connections, and people don't keep up the relationship in a way that they should. So don't use them for their network. No one wants to be used, right? Assist them in fostering their network. Be part of that network actively. But having someone who has all of these connections, I mean, it's invaluable. Even if you are a super connector, even if you are connected with everybody, having someone else in your field who is connected to just as many, if not more people than you, can just mean that your network is, expanding in leaps and bounds, and that you have, one step away from talking to who you need to talk to get the things done that you want to get done. So think about who your connector, who your super connector is. Remember, on your worksheet, you've got space for those gold stars, those happy faces, those check marks. So if you know exactly who this person is, you've got their name down, you've got their email, you've got their, cell number, make sure to put a happy little mark in that box that you've got. Whatever works for you. I'm drawing little pink stars just because I can. I can't find my gold star sheet, which, yes, I have somewhere because I was a teacher. And I don't know if you know this, but teachers really enjoy a good gold star. Hey, Jenny. What if we're trying to migrate to new craft and don't have direct access to experts in the new field? Here's the thing. You most likely aren't going to have direct access to experts, right? If you are making a career change. But your existing network, no matter what your field was, though someone in that network is going to. So most connections, most networking goodness does not come from the first step away. I don't know what it is. Why is we all have this idea that it's, you're connected to John and John has the job you want. John has the contacts you need. John can do everything. That's not how it works. What it is that John's roommate, Susie, is the one who has all those connections. So don't worry about the fact that your immediate circle isn't connected. Reach out to that next step out. So, but you want to start with your network, right? So ask your current network that you do have, because no matter what field you're in now, you've got a network, you've got a group that you're connected to. Ask them who they know. Ask them who you should talk to get moving and to start creating a network for whichever, career you're moving into, right? So, you've got an amazing, let's say you're in tech and you want to get into education. Reach out to your favorite developers and say, hey guys, I'm making a career change. I'm moving into education. Who do you know that I should talk to? You're going to be shocked by who they're connected to, right? So it's not, everyone's circles are made up of bunches of little things. No one is just friends with everyone and anyone that only does their thing, right? They're all connected with lots of bubbles. So reach out to your bigger bubble, ask them about their smaller bubbles. I don't know where I got this bubble analogy, but that's how it goes. So you need to reach out to your current existing network and ask them who they know in that new network you want to get involved in. All right. Moving on to expert, fellow expert. Who is a fellow expert in the field you are in, right? Again, this is a really, really important connection. They're not your connector though, right? But they are an important connection. This is a contact who you can have discussions with and brainstorm session and debates with. And so you want to make sure it's a very two-sided road and keep the communication flowing. This is a person to share ideas with, someone to bounce ideas off of, someone to get information from, someone to give information to. It's a symbiotic relationship. Fellow expert is really important. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't think it's super important for career growth, and they sort of don't foster this relationship with anyone. Having someone who gets your job and gets your field and gets your interests and really enjoy sharing ideas around that is invaluable. So take a sec and think about who a fellow expert might be that you could form this relationship with. All right. Comrade / close friend. however you want to phrase it. This is the most informal of all of the members on your board. This, again, could be your work wife, your best friend, your ex-coworker that you meet for happy hour twice a month. This is about emotional support and release. It may not feel to you like this role will have any sort of power to advance your career, but getting things out, venting, bouncing weird ideas off of someone who knows you on a friend level means you're less likely to vent, cause political issues, etc., on the job. And that is what's going to advance your career. And also, we all just need emotional support and emotional release. We absolutely, as humans, need that, right? So think about which one of your friends is happily willing to listen to you vent as long as you buy them, another Harvey Wallbanger, right? Who is this person for you? Go ahead and write them down. And if you can't make a decision of just one right now, go ahead on your worksheet, write down a couple and really think about who's going to be the best one that you're going to be able to support and do this for as well, right? Because this is, again, supportive. All right. Mentee. So this is our final person on our board. It's your mentee. This relationship can benefit you more than you ever know. By sharing your knowledge with someone and paying your mentorship forward, you keep the cycle of support going. You will also learn so much more about your wants and needs and desires if you pay attention to how you help or advise someone else. Now, you can find mentees in lots of different ways. Maybe your company has a formal internship program. Maybe, you work for yourself and someone really liked what you did and they commented on your Instagram post that you did. Maybe you work for, you do some volunteer work and they have formalized mentor-mentee relationship options. There's lots of ways to find mentees. Maybe it is just someone in your company who is a couple levels below you. Take on sort of an informal intern, right? An informal relationship there. Maybe they don't necessarily think they need you as their career-long mentor. That's not what this is about. But right now, it's about you mentoring someone, finding a mentee, making sure that you are offering your expertise, your information, your help to someone else. And again, pay attention to how you do it. It will give you such great insight into yourself and what you want. So take a second and think about, if you don't have a mentee and you have no idea who could possibly be your mentee, think about how you could get one. Write down a location or two or a person or two that you could talk to about gaining a mentee. All right, so I've got mine all filled out. I'm not going to show you who they are because I do people's full names and I'm going to protect their privacy, but I'm excited about this. My board hasn't really changed. There's one where I said, oh, maybe I might ask someone else to join this role, but for the most part, mine has stayed the same for this last about a year or so. I would say it's changed for me as I've switched careers because I've been through 3 major careers now. And you need different people and different supports at different times. So pay attention to that. Just because you choose people now, nothing's written in stone. This doesn't have to be a lifelong thing. But you want to make sure these are the right people for right now. Okay, so you're going to engage all 6 of these people at different levels, at different times, but the key is you. You need to be the one to initiate. You need to be the one to ask for what you need and to facilitate the outcome. And if you ask someone for advice, again, if you've got a mentor or a sponsor or even, a field expert, anyone, if you're asking their advice, you need to be prepared to take it. Nothing is more disheartening for mentors than if you come to them asking their advice and then you do exactly the opposite and you never take their advice. They will fairly quickly stop offering you advice. They will become disheartened that you don't trust them. And this does take a lot of trust. This is a back and forth. But you are the one in control. You need to be the one engaging these people. You need to be the one making sure that your outcomes are actually becoming outcomes and not just ideas, that you are using the advice they give you, you're going to them and using them in the way that they're offering to you. Because this is, again, people offering time, support, contacts, all of their things. They are offering these to you. You need to respect that by using them and taking them seriously. So yeah, that is your personal board of directors. I hope that you all write this out. I hope that if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. I'll put that in the chat real quick right now. That is my direct email. I answer each and every one of those. That's not going to my support inbox. That is me. No admin is taking a look at that. That is me. Email me. Send me your list. Send me your questions. Let me know how I can help you formalize your board of directors, how I can help you engage them, how I can help you get started on it. All right. So hopefully that was really helpful for you guys. I know that me having one of these has been integral to me feeling supported and me having success in my multiple careers. So I hope that you really do engage this tool and that you use it to the best of its ability. So before we pop off, any questions from anyone? Or are we all feeling good on this Friday and getting ready to roll? I don't know if you're on the West Coast, but if you're on the West Coast, we are having amazing weather. It is beautifully sunny outside. So hopefully you'll have a chance to get out this weekend and get some of that beautiful sunshine. If you are elsewhere and you're freezing your little tuchus off, I hope you stay warm and cozy this week and enjoy the weekend. Again, do not hesitate to send me any and all questions and to send me your board. Let me know who these people are and how they're helping you out. And if you want to offer to be maybe somebody's mentee, or you maybe are up for being a mentor, also email me, let me know, and maybe we can, help each other out. All right, you guys, I hope you're all well. I hope you go enjoy your weekend. I hope you enjoyed this class. I'm going to be doing, thank you, Jenny. You are amazing. I'm going to be doing one of these free classes. I'm going to do 3 more this year. So I'll let you know when those are coming up. And I cannot wait to share them with you. So let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover. I've got ideas, but let me know if there's something you want me to cover. All right, everybody, go enjoy your weekend. I hope it's fabulous, and I will see you soon. Bye.